Hello and welcome back. Susan Zummo here, intuitive and originator of soul patterning harmonics. Well, February is here. And isn't that absolutely wonderful? Because we are fully getting into the frequencies of 2025. Thank you to everyone who is here watching and supporting, and I appreciate you so much. So here's what we've got for February, and especially in this first week of February. I was told to continue to hold my vision, continue to envision what it is I wish to see for myself and for the world, including those I love, for the year and into the future. We are still in a period of intense manifestation, and it is time for us to submerge ourselves in our visions. Feel it, see it, think about it, and then release it and know that it's there. So I thought that was very good advice because we don't want to abandon January as we head into this new month, right? I was also told to listen for whispers from the natural beings all around you. Well, for a lot of us, we're in winter. And for some of us who are on the channel, in other places in the world, we're in spring, we're in summer, we're heading into fall as we head into spring and summer here in the western part of the United States. So, whispers from the natural beings, whether it is spring, winter, summer, or fall where you are, listen for nature. Listen for the natural beings, for all the creatures and the planet who may be whispering to you with upliftment, with advice, with guidance, with support. Listen to them. They are there. So here's another way for us to use our intuition that we may not necessarily be using it on a regular basis. So I thought that was very good advice. The other thing I heard was to avoid the entrapment of ups and downs in the news and in world events. So we know that things are all over the place, right? One day everything great is happening, and the next day terrible things are happening. What I was given was for us a caution to avoid the entrapment of these ups and downs. We have to hold steady. We have to hold our vision, our light, our frequency, and we must do everything we can to avoid the roller coaster of world events and the news, because that's what the news is there for. When I asked, how do we do that? Because I always want to know, how do we do that? They said, continue to send love and healing to all those in need, to all needed situations and places, and then release them to their karma and to their souls, who know best for each and every individual. So yes, we are going to be touched by the things that we hear and see in the outer world. And that's when we send our light, our love, our healing in any way that we want to do that, our prayers, and then we must release it. We must leave it up to Creator Source, their souls, and their karma, and know that we have done our job. I wanted to tell you that I was so excited about what we have coming up in the year ahead. I know I've been promising you for over a year that I will be getting to writing new classes, and they have finally given me the information for the next series of classes. And that's going to be Awakening the Light Body and Awakening the Light Body through Soul Connection. So I've already gotten the first 3 phases of this process, and I've been told that they will continue throughout the year and actually into 2026. If you want to be strong, if you want to move forward, if you want to manifest in the best possible way for yourself and the outer world from inside, you must make a soul connection. And these courses are going to be designed to do that and to help you with that. So again, I'm very excited about them. I have the first phase posted on my website. I'll put a link down below. The light code activations, I'll be doing those again also throughout the year, but they are not a class. They're just going to be activations. And of course, all the classes and activations will be available to participants on replay. So there you have it. And again, I was very excited about that because I've been waiting too to get the go ahead. So that was fantastic. I was told to remind everyone, remember, you are an immortal soul and have no fear as a result. You are a being of light, an immortal soul, a being of light, and have no cause for fear. If you are experiencing fear in the moment, they said movement in the body with a focused thought will release that fear. And I thought that was great advice. Movement in the body with a focused thought, and there will be no fear. So what does that mean? That means don't sit in your chair or on your couch or in your car and chew on that worry and just chew on it and chew on it and chew on it to the exclusion of all other thoughts. Get up and move. Walk around your house and say a focused positive thought so that you can shift out of fear and move into a positive emotion. So some of the things that they gave me to help you with this is to move and focus on a thought. I am a being of light. I have an immortal soul. I am surrounded by light and love. I am fearless. Those are wonderful things for you to say as you are moving. You can walk outside, you can walk around your house, you can march in place, you can clap your hands, tap your knees, touch your shoulders, however you want to bring movement into the body. Movement in the body with a focused thought will release fear. And that's something that anybody can do at any time. It's also something that you can share with others, especially children or young adults who may be experiencing fear. There's still a lot going on out there. If you think that the duality has thrown their hands up in the air and said, well, okay, you won, we're going home, you are sadly mistaken. They are still pushing out the fear. They are still pushing back with everything that they have. And as a result, there are going to be a lot of instances in this next month that are going to test you, light bearer, to see if you can hold your light. Can you hold that feeling of love? Can you send healing and let it go, or are you going to get dragged down into the pit of emotional despair? Well, I happen to know that we're stronger than that. And I also happen to know that if you have a strong light body and you release fear, you have nothing to worry about. And that's why I'm doing all of the work that I'm doing. So I want us to remember that we can be fearless. We can be positive and we can be optimistic without denying what is going on around us. I'm not saying be an ostrich and stick your head in the sand. I'm saying reclaim your sovereignty and your power by declaring that you are an immortal being of light and refuse to be afraid. Work on it, release it, pray on it, right? Get support, join a group, come to the Higher Consciousness Cafe if you want, meditate with us. Do whatever it is that you need to do, and you hear me say do, to break that frequency within yourself if you find yourself in fear. They don't, and I don't want anybody in fear, because that's not the direction that we're going in. If we want to have a world where we are in harmony with one another, where we are loving self and others, and we are just having the best life ever, then we have to be that. We have to be the people who are going to live in that world. We cannot wait for the outside world to make it possible for us. You know that we're creating it. I know that we're creating it. And as long as we hold that vision together and support one another, we are going to get there, and it's going to be fantastic. So don't ignore the outer world, but don't get dragged into it. Okay? Stay connected to your inner source. During the courses that we're going to be doing this year, we're going to be tapping into intuition as well. And I'm going to be giving you techniques to connect with your intuition in a deeper way. And we're going to be working with the intuition so that as you come out of each class, you're going to have your answers for yourself, and you will be empowered to follow your own highest advice and guidance. And that's really what we all need. So I hope that you are ready to step forward and have an adventurous year with me, where we will see lots of changes, beginnings of wonderful experiences and events for ourselves and those we love. And if we keep our feet on the path and do not stray, we are going to be just fine. And you already know what that path is. That is the path of love, it is the path of connection, and it is the path of light. That path has never changed. And our task for being here is to help this planet and to create the ascension process, which will bring us all into a place of oneness and love. That's the whole deal, guys. That's what we're all about. So again, I want you to know that I will be here, and I will continue to do these videos and give you the advice that I'm given for myself and the messages that I am given for you. My guys were very firm this morning about us learning to quiet and listen to voices that we might not always be listening for. I know we talk about our galactic family a lot, and we connect with our galactic family or not. But they're not the only beings that want to talk to us. So let us listen for the whispers of natural beings who are around us, positive, supportive beings. Our planet, Gaia, and all the creatures upon it also want to reach out and support and assist us. Changing the way that we listen and the things that we listen for is only going to strengthen our intuition and our ability to connect with greater sources. And that's what we want to do. We need to remember who we are at all times and let nothing drag us off that path and allow us to forget who we are. And don't worry, because if we do forget for a moment, we have the tools to remember. If you need to put a little sticky up on the wall to remind yourself, if you need to write it down, if you need to say it every day, go right ahead. We are going to learn to do what is best for each of us so that we can all come to the conclusion that we wish to see. And that's what this year is going to be. So January had that inpouring of energies. We activated those light codes, and now we're going to reinforce them. We're going to keep working with them as we go into February and March, and we are going to see some immediate changes within ourselves. Expansion, vision, all of those things are right there waiting for us, ready to be activated and ready to be realized. So let's start and let's do it together. We are going to have an absolutely fantastic month, and the year is going to get better and better. Trust me on this. I believe and I know that they would not lie about this. And so that's the message for this week. I wish you all many blessings and a week filled with light, love, and connection.